G'day guys, welcome to my RXY's feature video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about NRL Round 4 recap preview for 2021 guys. Let's get started. So the first match of this game, we see the Eels going up against the Panthers. Now, okay, this game was certainly turning out into a Panthers game. I knew that for sure because I knew that next game was going to be like the Panthers way, because the Manly Eagles haven't been really consistent enough. I know that they are, but they haven't been really consistent. They've fallen down below on the 16th on the wooden spoon, which that means for their fans, they aren't really confident enough to basically get a top 8, like be on the top 8 on the ladder. But in my opinion about this game, the Manly Eagles are just a good team at the moment, and they're falling apart with players out, injuries, and things like lots of them like happened, and errors and lock-ons and everything like that. But for the Panthers, they're first on the ladder and they're an absolute masterclass team. And every single time I see this team play, they are a really awesome team. And I know that they are, but every single time I see this team play, they always get a really good finish. And they just blow your minds away. But it was 46 points to 6 for this scoreline, a really big scoreline for this game, and they were taking the Manly by a threat in this game. And the only try that basically scored was Kate Cuss from the Manly Eagles in that game. But let's have a look at the Panthers tries. What we have here is Brian To'o that scored 2 tries, Moses Leota, Viliami Kikau that scored 2 tries, Matt Burton, Kurt Capewell and Paul Momorowski. And my player of the game went to number 7, also from the Panthers, Nathan Cleary. I thought he had a wonderful game, but really stand out for the Panthers. And yeah, really good win by the Panthers, defeating the Eagles 46 points to 6 anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Bulldogs going up against the Rabbitohs. Now, okay, in this game, simple as can be, the Bulldogs haven't been very consistent. Another team that are like the Manly Eagles. They've been scoreless for a number of weeks, and in my opinion about this game, the Bulldogs weren't confident enough to get a win. And unfortunately though, they aren't really a really good team at the moment. But the Bulldogs have got good players out there, but still they aren't confident enough to basically get a win at the moment. They are sitting, I think, 4th or 3rd last on the ladder, and the scoreline was basically 38 points to 0 in the scoreline. And the Rabbitohs were just a really good team at the moment, and what I can tell about this team, the Rabbitohs were just on fire, and they were really confident to basically get a really good win. And for this game, the Rabbitohs were a really good team in this match, really going by how the way they want to play their game. But at the moment, the Rabbitohs were just really confident and basically getting a really good win anyway. But it was 38 points to 0 on that scoreline. But let's have a look at the tries. So what we have here is Josh Mansour, Cody Walker that scored 2 tries, Alex Johnston and Latrell Mitchell and Adam Reynolds. And my player of the game went to number 9 from the Rabbitohs, Damien Cook. I thought he had a wonderful game out there, really stand out for this game. But I did think that in this match, he was absolutely really good in that game. That really steered the Rabbitohs around and really led to this team that basically wanted to get a really good win. And I just had a gut feeling that the Rabbitohs were going to win because they are more confident than the Bulldogs, and just how they're consistent, they are really spectacular, and they show some class and talent by the Rabbitohs. And yeah, what a wonderful game it was to beat the Bulldogs 38 points to 0 anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Storm going up against the Broncos. Now, high scoring match this was, but second highest scoring match in that one. whereas I said before 46 points to 6 for Panthers and Manly. This one was 40 points to 6. Another really solid big win in that game. And the Storm, they were falling apart only for a week or two, but then now they're really aiming up and want to win this game. And I knew for a fact that they are, but I just have a gut feeling that the Broncos weren't going to win. So they were leading, the Broncos, they were really confident in the first half, but I think in the second half they were just really soft and weren't playing their game or style of football. But yeah, 40 points to 6 it was in this game, and I cannot believe this. I've never seen this before really in my life. But let's have a look at the Melbourne Storm tries. What we have here is Ryan Papenhuyzen that scored 4 tries, and I mean 4 tries. Well done from him. George Jennings that scored 2 tries, and Cameron Munster. The only try that basically scored from the Broncos is Xavier Coates. And my player of the game, as I just mentioned before, number 1 from the fullback from the Melbourne Storm, Ryan Papenhuyzen. I think he had a wonderful game, really stand out for that team, and he obviously scored really good points on Supercoach, but really stand out for that game, and absolutely top-notch performance by him. Really took it out for a really good class of football, and he really just made it a really good effort, and I had a gut feeling that he would. But yeah, really a good class and finish by the Melbourne Storm that basically made a really good win against the Broncos, 40 points to 6 anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Sharks going up against the Cowboys. Now, in this match, what I do think about in this game, the Cowboys are another terrible team, but I have a gut feeling that they are a really confident team, but they just lack they lack their consistency. And in this game, 48 points to 10, that scoreline, and this match was really on top of their form by the Cronulla Sharks also too. The Sharks were a really good team in this game, and they were playing absolutely wonderful in this match. I knew for a fact that the Sharks were going to make a really good effort, and they obviously did. But the Cowboys, they weren't making a really good effort, but they were obviously scoring 2 points in this game. But it was 48 points to 10 for that scoreline in that match. But let's have a look at the Sharks' tries. What we have here is Mawini Hiroti, Josh Dugan, Connor Tracy that scored 2 tries, Matt Moylan, Will Kennedy that scored 2 tries, and Tague Wilton. I haven't seen this guy play that much of football before, but yeah, luckily he scored a try anyway. But let's have a look at the Cowboys tries. What we have here is Hamiso Tabuai Fidel and Valentine Holmes. And my player of the game certainly went to number 7 from the Cronulla Sharks, Chad Townsend. I think he had a wonderful game. Every single time I see this guy play, he always tries hard and makes a really good effort, and he obviously did. And in my benefit, he's a really good player, but sometimes he does lack consistency, but then he works with it, and then he aims up, and then he makes a difference for that team. So yeah, my player of the game would be Chad Townsend from the number 7 from the Cronulla Sharks anyway, but a really good win by the Cronulla Sharks, beating the Cowboys 48 points to 10 anyway. The next game of that match, we said Titans going up against the Raiders. Okay, this match, Titans versus Raiders in this game. Titans were really soft in this game. They were really not playing that good. They were usually playing a really good team. I'm not sure how to say it, but they were just soft in this game, and it was obviously the Raiders' game in this match. 20 points to 4, very average low scoreline in that game. And I never really see Titans get a flogging, and yeah, getting smashed in that game. But the Raiders, they certainly are a really good team. I do like Jared Croker. He's a really good player. Luckily they have Josh Hodgson in that team. He really does that work around the number 9 for his jersey. Obviously for the Titans, they are certainly a really good team, but they were just soft in this game. Really sloppy, and knock-ons led to the Raiders scoring points in this game. Just don't have much to say in this match because this game was certainly a very soft, average game. But in my opinion, the Raiders are a really good team. But yeah, I was not sure about this game. It was certainly average but soft in that match. But the only try that basically scored for the Titans was Corey Thompson. But let's have a look at the Raiders tries. What we have here is Jordan Rapana, Josh Papali, and Ryan Sutton. And my player of the game certainly went to number 9 from the Raiders, Josh Hodgson. The next game of this match, we see the Knights going up against the Dragons now. Okay. In this game, what I do think about it is, okay, I understand this because there were lots of injuries, lots of knock-ons, forward passes. Fans were really frustrated. Obviously, the Dragons weren't. But this was really brutal game, and I was there vlogging that match. So do check out that video that I put up on my YouTube channel. It's RXYSV2. If you want to know what my YouTube channel name is, it's RXYSV2. But yeah, check that vlog out, the Knights vs Dragons in that game. I was there anyway, so go check that out anyway. But it was 22 points to 13 in that game, and also Kurt Mann kicked the field goal in the first half of that game. But for the Dragons, they weren't really good in the first half, but then the second half, they were coming out firing in this game. And I cannot believe it. I was not expecting this, but the Dragons were really good in that game, and I knew for a gut feeling that the Dragons were going to get a win, and they also did. But I understand, leading to injuries, Mitch Pearce, Kurt Mann, Tex Hoy, and Jacob Saifiti, but Jacob Saifiti is suspended, so it was also 3 players that basically were injured in that game. So let's have a look at the nice tries. What we have here is Jamit Shibasaki and Josh King. Let's have a look at the Dragons tries. What we have here is Trent Merrin, Tarek Sims that scored 2 tries, and Braden Williami. And my player of the game, certainly, I think it was number 11 or number 12 in this match, went to this Dragons player, Tarek Sims, that scored 2 tries in that game. He was absolutely excellent, and I think really good performance by the Dragons. They really took a really good win against the Newcastle Knights, 22 points to 13 in that game anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Roosters going up against the Warriors. Now, okay, in this game, the Warriors, I was expecting the Warriors to get a really good win in this match, and they obviously did, because a lot of them picked the Warriors, and I knew for a gut feeling that the Roosters were going to win, and basically they did. But there was no Luke Keary. Drew Hutchison played a really good game in that match. I cannot believe it, though, that the Roosters were absolutely on fire. They are a really good team, a hard team to basically beat. But for the Warriors, I'm just not going to say this, but only once. You guys were really good in this game, but not good enough, in my opinion. And in my opinion, though, about this game, both of these teams were really good in that match, but I just don't see the Warriors weren't going to win at this game. In my opinion, though, the Roosters they were really on top of their form. But the scoreline in this game was 32 points to 12. Really good high scoring game. Third high scoring game in this match anyway. But yeah, let's have a look at the Warriors tries. What we have here is Adam Pompey and Tohu Harris. Let's have a look at the Roosters tries. What we have here is James Tedesco, Nat Butcher, Brett Morris that scored 2 tries, Drew Hutchinson and Josh Morris. And my player of the game certainly went to a number 5 from the Roosters, Brett Morris, that scored 2 tries in this game. Certainly had a wonderful match, and credit to you. You are a really good player and a standout finisher. But yeah, well done from the Roosters for making a really good win against the Warriors anyway. And last but certainly not least, we see the West Tigers going up against the Eels. Now, my Paramount Eels in this match, I thought, in my opinion, in this game, that the Eels weren't going to get a win. But in this match, 36 points to 22 in this game. They were leading 20 points to 10, the Parramatta Eels at halftime. The West Tigers were just going to come out firing and tie up this game. But 24 to 22, nearly in that match. And the final couple of minutes in the second half, the Eels score another 2 tries. Absolutely spectacular, amazing, really good game of football. And you tell me, like, the Eels are a really good team, certainly, and they are. But I hate when fans tell me that it was a forward pass, but they keep whinging at the Eels, because every single time I see the Eels play, I see the Eels won, they keep thinking the opposition side gets robbed. They didn't get robbed in that game. People need to start listening in that match, because they need to focus and see what really actually happened. I keep thinking that the Eels were apparently getting forward passes, offsides. Okay, stop for a minute and think this through. The Eels were not offside, they didn't do a forward pass, and people need to stop whinging, because the Eels weren't offside. Clint Gutherson wasn't offside. People need to stop whinging about that. But I didn't watch it anyway, so, but still, people don't have the right to whinge about the Parramatta Eels all the time, because if they won, they won. Simple as that. They got to stop doing that. But anyway, let's have a look at the West Tigers tries. What we have here is Dane Laurie, Stefano Utikamanu, Adam Dewey, and Jacob Little. Let's have a look at the Parramatta Eels tries. What we have here is Marata Niokore, Isaiah Papali'i, Tom Opacek that scored 2 tries, Blake Ferguson, and Clint Gutherson. And my player of the game certainly went to number 5 from the Parramatta Eels, Blake Ferguson. I think he had a wonderful game, certainly did. And yeah, I reckon he had a wonderful match in that game. Certainly scored in that match. But yeah, well done from him for making a really good effort, and well done from the Parramatta Eels for making a really good effort and winning this game against the West Tigers anyway. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. I will be doing a couple of videos coming to you guys soon. Also, I'll be doing more videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for more. Plus, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care guys, stay safe, and have a good one. Plus, let's get up to 300 subscribers. We're sitting on 208 anyway, so let's get up to that, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.